Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I wanted to share a really cool team which is taking the top spots of the leaderboard in my district for the Stomper Dream Realm boss using Florabelle. Maybe there are also people on your district using the same team and you could copy the lineup from there, but I just want to evaluate this team because generally Florabelle is not considered the best Dream Realm damage dealer, but in this boss specifically, she has some real big pros and why she's used and why she is actually dealing almost as much damage as Merrily. But not only that, she also helps Merrily deal more damage by her summons clearing the snowball when it is on to Merrily on your team. Apart from that, we just have three supports to increase the physical damage from all sources, because Kruger and Temesia, these both will have physical defense debuffs to reduce the physical defense of the boss. Temesia will need to be Supreme Plus for it, but Kruger doesn't need any Ascension. He will have it even at one copy, he will have his physical defense debuffs. And that is why they do really well when you have two really hard-hitting physical damage dealing sources. Renier also is going to be, of course, great, and Renier is good in every single Dream Realm boss as of right now, in almost every endgame team. He's going to increase the damage the boss receives by 25% and also increase the attack of one of your selected allies, which in this case is going to be Merrily. And because there's no issue surviving on your damage dealers in this team, Quick Blade spell is going to be the artifact of choice. But previously, if you take a look at the previous top scores, my Scarlita team, which I used last week, and I took like almost 20 the full attempts to try and get almost 37 billion damage. This is not as good as the Florabelle team, because only on my third attempt today, I managed to get 37.1 billion damage, and maybe with better RNG I could get even higher than that with this exact Florabelle team lineup. So the Florabelle team is going to be better than the Scarlita team, which is really cool to see. But usually in this specific Dream Realm boss, evocation spell will be better if you're having difficulty surviving on anyone, but for the Florabelle team, Quick Blade spell is going to be the artifact of choice. So let's go ahead and take a look first of all at the formation. We have Kruger on the right because he wants to go around, wrap around the boss a bit, so that with his Mythic Plus he will gain life drain buff whenever he has no allies within one adjacent tile. So that's why he wants to be kind of isolated, and then he gets a life drain and he will have a bit better survivability. Temesia is just on the left. She's going to charge right into the boss, and we have we have Renier buffing up Merrily to increase her attack, and we have Florabelle just way in the back. And she's just going to begin immediately summoning her minions, and those are going to help clear the snowball targeted hero, which normally is going to be Merrily. But she clears it so fast, probably because both her and her ranged summon in the back, which never die throughout the entire fight, immediately begin focusing the snowball as soon as it goes off on any one of your heroes. So she becomes an even more effective way of clearing that snowball than, like, for example, Scarlita or Corrin, which previously were used here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the replay in 1x speed and see how it does. Okay, so both Temesia and Kruger running right at the boss, and already there are a lot of physical defense debuffs applied onto the boss, and that will increase damage from Merrily and Florabelle throughout the entire fight, and from Florabelle's summons. So Florabelle's range summon is going to be consistently dealing damage in the back, and as you can see, they quickly clear the snowball. It's a bit awkward when Merrily is far in the back line, because as you can see here, Temesia charged for no reason. By the time she even made it to Merrily, Merrily was already outside of the snowball, and she was already attacking again. And here, Temesia is going to do the same thing, and by the time she gets to Florabelle in the back, it's going to be too late. So this decreases the damage output of Florabelle of Temesia for sure, because Temesia is not going to be in contact with the boss for as long. But there's nothing you can really do about it. Temesia still is the best option for this team for increasing physical damage and also for tanking the boss very effectively. Because of Temesia's kit, she has that regeneration of her health, and she doesn't need healing. And in this boss, you can't have a healer because you're going to be silenced throughout most of the fight. So you're going to need healers or heroes which have the self-sustain. And that's why Temesia is a great option. So Kruger went down pretty early in this team run and actually Splash did some multiple attempts, and he managed to get an even higher score than this, almost 39 billion damage with this team. So this one got 38.5 billion damage though, which is the one that he shared. It was interesting though, the snowball targeted Florabelle 2 times in this fight, which is a really good thing because you want your Merrily to be freely dealing damage as much as possible. The Florabelle minions in the front are going to go down from the boss's melee range attack, but the good thing is Temesia practically will never die. She will continue tanking for you and continue getting off damage as long as the fight goes on. And then overall, looking at the damage contribution, a little bit low honestly from Temesia. Normally Temesia can get up to 5 billion damage in these boss fights, but it's probably because she's charging all over the place trying to go after the snowball target, but there's nothing you can do about that. And I did some experimentation like replacing Temesia with anything, and it doesn't really work. So if you don't have a Temesia highly ascended, like at least Mythic Plus to run this team, then probably you don't want to even try running this team, and you can stick to, I will show you the old team. And assuming you also don't have Scarlita, the best team is going to be an OD and Merrily combo team. For example, if you have Cassidy, you can run the team Nego is running, but even really similar to that is just going to be the team of Manoplast, which is with Corrin, the 3 Dream Realm damage dealers, Thorin and Renier. With the Evocation spell, it's a very effective team, getting almost 35 billion damage with that. But this Florabelle team is a very interesting team, and I definitely wanted to share it with all of you guys. And if you have a Florabelle built up and a Temesia, then you can definitely try this team. I'm going for the Quick Blade spell because there's no issue with survivability with this team. As you guys saw, the backline damages were always safe. Temesia probably will never die. It's only Kruger who can die, and then you can do some multiple attempts with RNG to get better scores, because Kruger died in my first 2 runs. On my 3rd run, Kruger survived the entire fight, and then we managed to get our all-time best of 37.1 billion damage, and that is going to put us in rank 3 right now, but in the district also rank 5, which is really good because all of our heavy hitters have already attacked, and maybe with multiple runs we would be able to do even better than this. But anyway guys, a really interesting team that you can use, not relying on Celestial Hypogean heroes if you already have a Florabelle and Temesia built up. Definitely give this a try. Otherwise, stick to the OD, Corrin, Merrily, Thorin, and Renier team. That is also going to be an effective team. But it's interesting because Shakir used to be considered one of the best options for Stomper because he has that self-sustain, he has the attack and haste buff for your frontline heroes, and in this boss fight, you can have multiple frontline heroes have OD positions swapped into the frontline with Renier. But Shakir is just not the best option anymore because he doesn't provide as much as the damage from other members that you can be using, which really leaves Shakir only viable as an option to be building up for PvP. And although he is really good in PvP, he's better in PvP now than he was previously. And he's always used on at least one Supreme Arena defense generally. So he's not going to be a waste to be building up on your account. But as of right now, he just doesn't shine too much in any of the current Dream Realm bosses. But I think maybe there will come a time in future seasons where bosses come out which will make Shakir one of the best options. I can definitely see it happening. Shakir and Cassidy, they're kind of not the best options right now, but they have very unique effects which can be a very amazing in certain boss fights, but the bosses have to be exactly like geared towards their unique abilities in order to do well. But anyway guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because we upload daily AFK journey videos. And until the next video, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.